People have issues in their lives, but they never offer solutions. So I'm going to offer you all of the solutions that I'm going to implement in order to improve my life. Not that complicated. Let's get the obvious out of the way. My job. If I sit here and complain to you about what my job doesn't give me, I'm gonna look and sound like a clown. It is stupid, it's lazy, and it's just way too easy. My job gives me a living wage, it provides me with the accommodations to work in a healthy environment, stressless. I get time off, vacation time, benefits, holidays off, paid holidays. Is it enough money? Obviously not. It's a job. Is there room to grow? Yes. Am I dependent on my job? Absolutely. For some part of my life. But the rest of the time, which is considered my personal time, if I don't do something about my life, what I don't have, what I want to achieve, whose fault is that? Mine or my job's? So complaining about my job, not happening. That's out of the question. I think one of the most important things is observing people, observing behaviors that are effective or ineffective. And this one's it: time management. If you look at most people, and you can utilize social media as your case study, people waste time. They will do any and everything else except better themselves. And when they do, they lack consistency. They'll do it for a month, a couple of weeks, a couple of days, and then go back to what they used to be. I am going to waste no time. I'm going to manage my time effectively, like money. If you don't give a stranger $1,000, you shouldn't give a stranger or anybody in your life a minute of your time, of your lifetime, because that's irreplaceable. Now, with that being said, I'm never bored. I always have things to do. You will never catch me on social media saying, I'm bored. Hit me up. I'm going live because I'm bored. Talk to me. I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to talk to myself, my goals, running, and reading more books. I am not wasting any time. Time management is basically the bedrock, the foundation of why I'm doing what I'm doing and how I plan to achieve my goals. I am obsessed with time management. Simple. So, this last part, I want to be very careful with the words that come out of my mouth. I want to be very cautious because, as a highly educated person, I know that words have meaning. They have the ability to either make a person or break them. And you can do so much with words. Words are just powerful. You can destroy something or you can build something with just mere words. So let me preface this by saying that I'm going to talk about my parents. My parents, they are great. They did so much for my baby brother and myself. And I thank them for their sacrifices. But there was a point that they reached in their lives where they stopped learning. They stopped educating themselves. They stopped pursuing whatever their hopes and aspirations were. The same thing I can say for my grandparents. And you can take this and apply it to the people in your family. There are some people that you know that they just stopped. They either reached a point of comfort and they got complacent. There is nothing wrong with that, because some people feel that if they did enough where their kids are in a much better position than they were, that's an accomplishment. So I looked at my parents, I started looking at people, and I started really analyzing. Most people just stop. They stop educating themselves. They stop learning. They stop trying to pursue this profound world of unlimited information just to be better. And for me, as a former educator, I want to learn more. My elbow keeps rubbing against this, and it sounds like I'm farting, but I'm not. Sidebar. But I want to learn more. I want to not stop. I want to go above and beyond the examples that I've been able to experience for the last 32 years of my life. And this is not a criticism of my parents. This is just basically saying that in the areas that they felt short, that's a very clear example of what not to do. Because again, my parents are not wealthy. They don't have financial stability to a point that if something happened to me, I can run to them for financial assistance. I can't. That's not an option. And for me to sit here and blame them for what they don't have is dumb. It's a very easy way of not doing what I need to do to get myself where I need to get myself to. So the case study becomes people that you know that just stopped learning, stopped progressing, stopped moving forward. And I'm very adamant about my education. I'm very adamant about spending my money on things like books, on things that are gonna basically give me knowledge and allow me to learn about things that I just don't know enough of. And ignorance is the sole thing that I aim to eliminate as much as possible. In a world with so much information, I refuse to be ignorant. I would rather embrace being a very well-rounded person in every aspect of life, because when you stop learning, you become conditioned to your excuses. You become basically a beacon of regret. And you start taking out your frustrations on things that you didn't accomplish. And for me right now, at 32, I'm young, I'm healthy, and this is going to be the youngest I'm ever going to be. So the right time to do things is right now. If I sit here and criticize my parents, my grandparents, the fact that my family is not a wealthy family, all that stuff is stupid. I don't know if that made sense, but complaining about what you can change without actually doing something about it is just dumb to me. And people that complain about all of these things have excuses. There is no excuse not to be better, not to educate yourself to realize more with your life. And if you're healthy, what is there to complain about? Life is more precious than gold. So that's it. We have a lot of work to do. I'm not wasting time. I'm embracing hard work, and I'm going to sacrifice any and everything in a very ethical way, not at the expense of my health or my mental stability. Just to do more. Not that hard. Super simple things, but it requires you to step outside of the box, want more, chase more, and be about it. You have to change in the process. And I'm also going to read like a maniac. I'm doing my homework. I love it here. I love hard work. So my life becomes the case study. If I'm going to make it or if I'm not. And the answer to all of this is simple. I cannot take no for an answer, and I never give up. I don't care what life throws at me. I'm not giving up.